Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hollywoodbets Scottsville. Time to have a look at our second race on the card today. Get straight into the action. Reminder, of course, about our Betway weighted to win opportunities that you have. If you haven't opened up your account, best that you start doing so. Remember, there's the QR code that all you got to do is use your phone and get the Betway account up and running. We are on 069 164 3272, and we look forward to a good day's racing. Chad Little and Glenn Cotson, they say, should win the second, is priced up at 2-1. There's been some support for Umkhulu Boss here, 2-1 at the moment on this Wednesday morning. 12 Rocco's Piece is trading at 28-10. 4 Flamethrowers at 7-1. Number 1 Smart Choice is trading at around 10s, and you can get 12-1 and better about the balance. Morning, Lennon. Are you happy to banker this horse Umkhulu Boss today?
Good morning, Clyde. He's certainly ran a good race last time. He was a narrow loser in his second start in the Cape, and he certainly looks to be the one to beat. Only 5 of the 16 horse field have raced before. Now, for those who want to bank up Umkhulu Boss, he does look the right one, and by all means go ahead. I've just played a bit differently today. I've included all the horses that have had a run, so all 5 have gone into my buy pot in the hopes of getting a funny result. So, but certainly the one to beat is the 16 Umkhulu Boss on his good last 2 runs.
Okay, so you're looking for a result here, Len, in the first leg of the buy pot. We've gone horses with 2 bankers at the back of this buy pot. The second last leg, banker 1, and the last leg, banker 9. Can Tristan Godden and Peter Muscat get it right with Psyche here in the third? Is 11-10. They backed us in from around 14-10 this morning. There's been a bit of movement and quite strongly fancied. The 3, Red Cardinal, is at 4-1, second favourite. The 5, Pressure Point, is trading at 5-1, and the 1, Bourbon's Beast, is trading at 6-1. Then you can get 12-1 and better about the balance of the runners. But you are advised, if you don't know already, that both numbers 4 and 7 are not running here. As I'm speaking to you right now, there's been more money for Psyche, who has just shortened in the market. Then, place accumulators good enough, or what are you doing?
Yes, Clyde. Look, and I've bankered Psyche in the place accumulator. She ran 2 very good races, and she was running on nicely at the end of both of those. So the extra distance is going to suit her, as well as I think the Scottsville track will be in her favour. I did back her up in the buy pot with the 2 male runners, Bourbon's Beast and Red Cardinal, both from the Wendy Whitehead stable. They're both knocking on the door, and I just thought, look, if Psyche does slip, let's just hope we can double up in any event. But for PA purposes, I think Psyche is a banker.
Okay, good enough for us. Thanks for that, Glenn. That's the latest on the third. We're bankering Psyche here with a couple of bankers in the PA as well today. Hopefully that all lands for us. The place accumulator that's up on the screen at the moment. Remember, our third race on the card starts up this PA, and it cost you 144 Rand. Okay, let's have a look at the fourth now, guys, and get into the action. It's a C Stakes, and they're going over 2,400 metres in this race. And it should go at about 1. From a betting perspective, let's go to Betway and see what they're doing. Chad Little and Glenn Cotson team up again. They're 33-10 to win this. Number 8, Sesame, is the horse to beat. Number 7, Xena Rose, is at 7-2. Keegan DeMello and Duncan Els have had a good relationship, so watch out. 7-2 second choice. 10, Satcher's Dream, is 11-2. 3, Fine Wine, is trading at 13-2. I see the 5, Treasure Island, is trading at 13-2. And the 6, Chasing Gold, is at 17-2. Probably tougher than one would think, Len.
Yes, Clyde. It's a tough fillies and mares race, and there's quite a few in with winning chances. My narrow first choice is Sasha's Dream. She seldom runs a bad race. And she's sure to be right there again at the finish. Then you've got Xena's Rose, she's coming to hand and was only a short head behind Sasha's Dream last time out over the same course and distance. So she must also be a big runner. And then, of course, we need to respect the Cape filly Sesame. She's got very consistent form. and she must run a good race. And as there's one run I'd like to touch on is Treasure Island. She ran on well last time to take second place behind Fine Wine over 1600. And judging by her last two runs, I think this 1950 could be what she's looking for. So she's another one I'd like to include.
Okay, that will do. That goes in pick sixes now, 1323 perm. We're loading and then loading. We have got a banker later on today, so make a note of that. Our banker comes up just now. And in terms of that, we all feel that number 9 on the card, Mara del Plata, is going to take quite a bit of beating. And then we've got a few horses going into the final few legs. 1323 for a full perm. Let's go to race 5 now. Top of the board, 7 to the field. Wide open, probably the most challenging race on the card on this Wednesday afternoon. And Sean Veal and Alison Wright will be hoping to get it right. The 11 Futalicious is at 7-2. 1 Definitely Yes is 4-1. Number 6 Town Crier is trading at 4-1. Number 13 Sundazed is at 6-1. 9 Thunderbird 8-1. We saw MJ Ordendale in the winner's enclosure over the weekend, and you can get 12-1 and better about the balance. Not an easy race. It's been a relatively quiet market by the looks of things. Perhaps there's a little bit of support, Len. Just having a look at what may have shortened. A little bit of support for number 3, Double Olympic, from 14 or whatever the case may be to around 10s. But again, one of those wide open races.
Yes, definitely, Clyde. Very wide open. I've gone for Lulu the Legend his last few runs, but he's really let us down, and I've lost faith in him. However, I do think that he's going to prefer the Scottsville track, because he does seem to battle to quicken at Greybull like he can. So, I mean, I'm including him, but certainly, as I say, I've lost faith in him. The other Hollywood runner, Futalicious, he's won twice and been runner-up twice over the course and distance. He's holding form well, so he looks certainly the one that they all have to beat. And then you've got Town Crier. He's bounced back to his best when they fitted him with the blinkers. And, he could follow up on his last win. But certainly there's quite a few others in with chances, so I've decided to load up in this race.
Yeah, can't blame you. That's the look at the jackpot first leg. 1, 5, 6, 7, 9, 11 and 13. And we're not safe. This jackpot costs 315 Rand. On to race number 6 on the card now. This is a class 4 and they're going over the mile. This race should go to about 25-3. There's been money here for Tini Prinsloo's horse. That's the one they've been backing, shortening all the while. I just want to get the Betway market up, and it's this horse, One Smart Cookie, who shortened from around 6-1 into 7-2. So they're backing the Serena Moodley ride. Number 3, Serengeti Sun, second choice at 9-2. 12, Back at the George is at 9-2. Number 2, Convocation, 13-2. And then you can get 15-2 about the 4, Buttercup Baby, and the 11, Tara Star, also trading at 15-2, 10-1 and better about the balance. But they're having a go at One Smart Cookie. What do you make of that, Len?
Clyde, I'm in full agreement with that. She's won 4 of her 7 races to date over this course and distance. And the way she won last time, she was 8 lengths off them at the 800. She finished up winning effortlessly going away. She loves the course and distance, so certainly she's the one to beat. I did back her up with Serengeti Sun and Back at the George. Serengeti Sun, she returns from a 206-day break, but she looks to have plenty of ability, having won on debut, and then she finished just behind the Princess of Gaul in the Grade 2 Debutante Stakes. So she could be anything. And Back at the George, she bounced back with an easy win last time on the Poly track, and she's gone into the perms. But I am very strong on One Smart Cookie.
Okay, One Smart Cookie, we're strong on that. We have got cover in the second jackpot. Dangers we see, as you can have a look on screen, are 1, 3, 12 in first leg. That's really what we need. But an affordable final jackpot of 225 Rand a shot. Surely Mar del Plata is the right horse in the race. Tony Riverland is this horse's trainer, of course, and based on his current form, on the Circumbendus form and at the weights now, with only 52.5 on his back, is much better off. He does look like he should be the right one. Should take a lot of beating. His danger is Circumbendus. In terms of the market, they've got it as follows. Mar del Plata is at 5-2. That's number 9 on the card. And number 8, Circumbendus, is at 4-1. 2 Position of Power is 13-2, and then you can get 7-1 and better about the balance. I know you've already banked at this, Len. I guess we're not changing our mind, and I can fully understand why you've done so based on the black and white of it. This should be the right one.
Yes, Clyde, I would think so. Look, although it's been 14 months since his last win, if he just runs to the best of his ability today, I can see him winning. As he's weighted to win, he's 8 kilos better off with Circumbendibus for 2.5 kilos, for 2.5 lengths, sorry, who in turn holds a number of the other runners. So for me, he's going to take a lot of beating. I would have preferred it had it been a 1200, because he does give a bit of start. But as long as he's not too far off them, because I'm sure the pace is going to be on with a horse like Connery in the race, he's going to set a blistering gallop, and which will probably play into Mar del Plata's hands. So if he's not too far off them, I can see him running them down. So for me, I've taken a chance and banked him in the pick 6. Thereafter, it does become a bit open.
Okay, got it. The exactas, we're taking boxed exactas to cover, but we are in the corner here of Mar del Plata. Into the 8th race on the card now, and this is a Class 4. Tough race. Again, not easy. Let me go quickly to the markets and see what's going on here. Perfume Power, Keegan DeMello, Duncan Howells, they team up again. They favourite, but they're a weak favourite. 4-1 the field. 14, Call Me Jane, is 6-1. Number 2, Vision to Achieve, this morning trading at 7-1. Now, there's a horse they are backing from the Paul Gatsby stable that Rachel Venica's rider has shortened from 10s into 7. Number 4, Malshana Mo, is at 7-1. Also some money for the Louis Gerson and Craig Zaki combination here, so keep an eye on that. And there's also been a bit of support for number 8, Wings of Josephine, who has shortened into 8-1. So I guess they're looking, some of the shrewdies looking to find a bit of value here and there, but it is tricky. Where have you gone, Len? What are we doing?
Clyde, I do like the 2-horse Vision to Achieve. Returns to her favourite course and distance, and I'm expecting a huge run from her. She's 2.5 kilos better off with Perfume Power this time around, so they should be a lot closer. I'm not saying Vision to Achieve is a standout bet, but at 7 or 8-1, I think she's worth an each-way bet. Obviously, Perfume Power looks the one to beat. And then Call Me Jane, she must also go in, as she finished just ahead of Vision to Achieve last time. But that was at Greyville, and Vision to Achieve is a better horse at Scottsville. So I really do think she's going to make them run today.
Okay, we got that. Here's what we recommend you do in this 8th race. Take the exactas, box them 2, 8, 12, 14. Okay, to the last race on the card now. 3-1, number 7, Night Tiger, Andrew Fortune and Candice Bass. They team up to win this. 8, Trafalgar Square is trading at 9-2. Dennis Bosch had a winner last weekend too, so looking forward to Dennis Bosch continuing with a winning form. Number 5, Capolino, is 11-2. The 4, Intrepid, I don't mind that. 6-1. That last start of Intrepid, Len, I thought wasn't too bad, because on that particular performance, we saw that horse Joshua Hotsnake, who wasn't far behind Intrepid, come out and win again. So I'm kind of leaning towards that with Keegan DeMello in the saddle, but there'll be a few here, I guess, that have got winning chances. What are you doing in your final summary?
Yes, Clyde, it's a rather open-looking race, but I do agree with you. Intrepid, he's at his best over the 1,000 meters, so I think he'll run a big race. Then you've got Trafalgar Square. I mean, he's knocking at the door. He really deserves his next win. And a horse like Night Tiger, he's starting to show up. So all 3 of those are my top 3 choices. Thereafter, you've got a horse like Capolino. I mean, he won his latest, and he'll be in the shake-up. And then a horse like Kinshan Shah, I threw it into the second jackpot. You know, he's got a lot of pace. and he's back up the straight. So he's one that could surprise. I do feel that, I don't know, I've got a niggling feeling that this horse might do better over a longer trip, but so because his two runs over the 1200 were not bad at all, and he seems to stay on. So I don't know, but he's one that could pop up and upset the apple cart.
Got it. Thanks, Len. Thanks for your time this morning. And we're taking trifectas at the back, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We boxed those, cost us 60 Rand. Thanks, everybody, for watching Betway Waiters Win on this Wednesday. We look forward to going to Turf and Teen on Thursday.